Container gardening is perfect for small spaces, but only if you avoid the most common mistakes. Whether you're growing tomatoes on a balcony or herbs by your front door, here are 5 pot and container mistakes that can cost you your plants. Mistake number 1, wrong pot size. It's a common oversight, but getting the right size pot is absolutely crucial for the health and vigor of your plants. One of the biggest beginner errors, and one that can easily be avoided, is choosing pots that are simply too small for the plant's needs. This can lead to a whole host of problems down the line. Small containers dry out incredibly fast, especially during warmer months, and they severely restrict root growth, preventing the plant from accessing the nutrients it needs. This can stunt its development and overall health. A tomato plant, for example, is a heavy feeder and needs plenty of space for its roots to develop. It needs at least a 5-gallon container, and even larger might be better, to truly thrive and produce a bountiful harvest. Herbs, while generally smaller than tomatoes, still need adequate space. Even they need some breathing room for their roots to expand and absorb the necessary water and nutrients. Always carefully match your plant to your pot size. Research the specific needs of your plant and choose a container that will accommodate its mature size. If in doubt, it's generally best to go one size bigger than you initially think. Your plants will thank you for it. Mistake #2, poor drainage. When it comes to container gardening, drainage is absolutely essential. No drainage holes? Big problem. It's a recipe for disaster that can quickly lead to root rot and plant failure. Roots sitting in water for extended periods simply cannot survive. They need air to breathe, and when submerged, they'll rot, and they'll rot fast. This deprives the plant of essential nutrients and water, leading to its eventual demise. Always use pots with good drainage holes. Ensure they are large enough and plentiful enough to allow excess water to freely flow out of the container. This is the foundation of healthy container gardening. And if your favorite decorative pot doesn't have any drainage holes, don't despair. You have options. Drill some yourself, being careful not to crack the pot or nest a draining container inside it. This way, you get the look you want with the drainage your plants need. Also, never put rocks at the bottom of your container thinking it will improve drainage. It actually makes things worse. This creates a perched water table, where the soil above the rocks remains saturated, exacerbating the problem you're trying to solve. Mistake #3, wrong placement. One of the most common errors new gardeners make is underestimating the importance of sunlight. Too much shade will result in leggy, weak plants that struggle to produce. They'll stretch desperately towards any available light source, becoming spindly and unproductive. On the flip side, too much direct sun, especially in hotter climates, can lead to scorched leaves. The delicate foliage simply can't handle the intensity, resulting in unsightly burns and potentially hindering the plant's overall health and growth. It's a delicate balance to strike. Most edibles, especially fruiting plants like tomatoes and peppers, need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day to thrive and produce a bountiful harvest. Leafy greens can often tolerate a bit more shade, but even they benefit from several hours of sunshine. Therefore, make sure your pots are strategically placed in the right spot. South and west-facing areas are usually best, as they receive the most intense sunlight throughout the day. Consider the sun's path as it changes throughout the seasons. If you're not entirely sure how much sun your space gets, take the time to track it for a day or two or even a week before you plant. There are many tools available, from simple observation to phone apps, that can help you map the sunlight patterns in your garden. This will ensure you give your plants the best possible start. Mistake #4, neglecting the soil. Soil is everything in container gardening. Garden soil from your backyard is too heavy and may bring pests. You need a well-draining, light potting mix, preferably one enriched with compost. Refresh or replace your potting mix every growing season. Don't let your plants sit in tired, compacted soil. Mistake #5, forgetting to feed. Plants in pots use up nutrients fast. If you're not feeding regularly, they'll struggle. Use a slow-release fertilizer at planting time and supplement with liquid feed every 2-4 weeks, especially for heavy feeders like peppers and tomatoes. Even herbs benefit from occasional feeding to keep producing. Container gardening can be incredibly rewarding, but it's easy to make mistakes that sabotage your success. Avoid these 5 pitfalls and your pots will be bursting with life all season long.